Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today over here, whoa, in Clash Royale. This is going to be a bonus upload for you guys. I hope to do this around once a week. I've been given access to the raw footage from CRL China, and I know that it can be really difficult to find this stuff here in the West. So what I want to do is try to shed some light on what's going on in CRL in the East to you, the rest of you guys in the West. Does that make any sense? Anyway, today I want to start out, this is a bonus video by the way, so I'll always be a double upload when I share content like this because it's only going to be a couple matches, just basically matches that really stick out with me. And you can see guys, Legend on the left, he's a Vietnamese player for Nova Esports, and he played two incredibly fast cycle decks with success in last week's matchup in CRL China, and Nova came away with a victory largely behind him and Elsiop. So you can see his deck, he's playing 2.4 Miner Hunter cycle, and then he switches to a 2.8 balloon cycle deck with no miner. Really cool decks, and I wanted to share the gameplay with you guys. For those of you who don't know, Legend is one of the pioneers really of deck making and deck creating across the land in Clash Royale. He has a long history with Team Vietnam, and really he had some unfortunate events that prevented him from being in the CCGS championships. He really should have been there but had some visa issues, really unfortunate. Either way, he's one of the best players in the world. He actually earned a spot to get to the finals in CCGS, wasn't able to attend. So it's my pleasure. You can see in the background right now, guys, holy moly, they really outdo, in my opinion, really everybody in terms of their amazing sets and production value on the China side of Supercell. So really huge props to them. Let's go ahead and get right into the gameplay here. It's only going to be 2 matches for you guys, but I figured you guys, I know you love cheap decks, and these are the type of decks that you guys can play certainly to get better at the game. I'm going to say the same thing that I told you guys at the beginning of the Surgical Goblin video on the 2.3 miner cycle, is these are not the best decks in the game, at least in my opinion. I mean, here is Legend playing it competitively, but he's also a really good player, so certainly use at your own risk, but these decks will without a doubt help you get better at the game. They're going to help you get more precise timing and placement and more precision on your plays, no matter what deck you're using out of the 2. So here we go, we're out of the 3 when you include Surgical's decks. Now, Legend's playing Hunter in his deck. The main difference, instead of Tornado, I want to say the deck is really similar otherwise. Tornado, you can see Legend did choose to ban, which is a good option when you're using a deck like this. Tornado can certainly kind of shut him down. His opponent here, LL, playing for Snake Esports. That's the team that Nova, I'm part of Team Nova, actually beat in the first week of CRL, excuse me. I always want to say CCGS. Old habits die hard. But you can see here, really relying on Hunter early game to do a lot of strong defensive stops against the Prince early on, and then cleaning up here after this mess, and beautiful kind of chip damage on this little kind of mini push here. Ice Golem getting a few hits in, and you can see just keeping up the pressure is Legend. You can see how, look at his face over there on the bottom, guys. He is absolutely in the zone. And guys, I do want to point this out. What is up with the girls with the clipboards in the background and the guy behind the girl? It's like there's not enough pressure as is playing, live in your first competitive match for the new Clash Royale League. But yeah, you got a girl with a clipboard kind of notating every move you make. Look at the one with a pen in back of LL. Man, that would be nerve-wracking. Unbelievable. Anyway, he's going to be going against Three Musketeers in both of these matchups. This is kind of the faster Three Musketeer double Prince deck. Really interesting Three Musketeer variation. I haven't played a lot of it myself, so I can't really give it my stamp of approval, but you can see it being used here in competitive play, and I love the difference between the meta in the East and the West that we see. For whatever reason, we see different deck types, mainly the same archetypes doing well, the same tier 1 archetypes, Three Musketeers, but we see different kind of variations. So that's, again, why I want to do this special series with you guys on CRL China moving forward here. So here we go again. Hunter's going to do good work kind of playing defense against that miner and soaking up some of the damage from the Spirit Goblins. Meanwhile, we get that nice miner poison with only 5 seconds left. It looks like all we really need to finish out this match is one more poison or a log and a miner. It's going to actually have to be a little bit more than that. So the log's not going to finish off this right tower, but it takes it down to 7 HP. One tick of the poison's going to finish the job there, and Legend comes away with a victory. You can see the ladies studiously reporting on their clipboards exactly what happened there. So let's go ahead and hop into the next match here right away. This is a different deck, but it has many of the same cards in it. It's another really cheap cycle deck. This time we're using Fireball instead of Poison because we don't have that Miner, and the synergy between the Balloon and Fireball is a little bit better, right? Because this is going to be a Balloon cycle deck. Obviously, if you have a Balloon deck, you need that immediate response sometimes that the Fireball offers that certainly the Poison doesn't, right? Poison takes time, takes those ticks to do its damage. Damage over time versus direct damage. And you can see it coming into play there really early on with the Zap and the Fireball really clearing out that right lane, allowing that Mega Minion to have to be responded to. Now we have one Musketeer coming in the left lane. We're just going to go ahead and answer that with Skeletons. So you can see that even though this deck is really cheap, we really have an answer for everything that poor LL can throw at us here, right? So here it comes, a Balloon in the right lane behind that Ice Golem. This is going to be difficult because LL does not have his 3 Musketeers or his Minion Horde in cycle right now. So really keen awareness there by Legend, being able to know that, hey, his 2 best counters are out of hand, and it allows him to take down that tower super early into this match. So really like seeing that kind of keeping track of your opponent's cards and cycle is so crucial to competitive play. And if you want to become a better player, these are the things that you need to start looking at, is paying attention, okay, identifying the deck early, and then, hey, he used Goblin Gang, first card, he used 3 Musketeers, second card, he used Minion Horde, third card. What does he have left for if I pressure with a Balloon right now? And you can see nothing. He didn't have anything. We took the right tower. Another thing about this deck, any fast cycle deck that you guys want to play, it's going to do really well against decks that you have to answer a 3 Musketeer against, or anything that you have to cycle fast, right? Because you can always cycle to your counter really quickly. So you are given the luxury of being able to use a Fireball against the pumps and still having that Fireball back in hand most of the time, unless they're incredibly aggressive for the Musketeers. So we Zap on the right, we Fireball on the left, and again, we're going to protect this right tower here with only about 45 seconds left in the match. So Legend playing this really beautifully, and you can see the last card played, was the Hunter. So, you know, I mentioned this in a video a while ago, but it seems like the Hunter is really a higher skill cap card, but definitely does have a place in competitive play. And beautiful, again, Fireball Zap there, really clearing the lane, so we can put a lot of pressure on the right here. We're going to go ahead and kite that Dark Prince away, and then we'll use that Hunter on the Minion Horde, totally cleaning up. You know, that kind of proved my point there. The Hunter is pretty solid in competitive play in the right hands. So I think Hunter's one of those cards you just got to play a little bit and you'll become better at him in time. So LL having no choice but to split 3 Musketeers right there at the river, and he's pretty frustrated there, and Legend gives the boom, the fist pump there. He takes away the victory in a 2-0 sweep. So really, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Again, it's a shorter video, but I just want to share some highlight matches from the 4-hour stream that I had the raw footage for. I'll break down some more matches maybe on Facebook. For those of you who don't know, I am a partner with Facebook Gaming, so I do upload some exclusive content there as well. I'll include a link to that in the description below. Huge shout out to Stats Royale, Branchong, my YouTube partners, find out their information as well as Legend Stats in the description below. Bren's been doing a lot of giveaways and tournaments as well, so check him out on Twitter and Instagram. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.